The Tonale is everything to Alfa Romeo right now. An assault on possibly the volume-selling segment of the moment and the first step in a wildly aggressive switch to an all-EV lineup. On the latter, 2027 still remains the hard target to only sell EVs for Alfa Romeo, which is bold for a company expecting to sell its first pure EV in 2025. But the determination is strong, so you can only assume they stand a chance. Plug-in hybrid tech in the Tonale is step 2 toward that goal, following the standard car's mild electrification. Design. I will point you to the original Tonale review for an in-depth look at the visual qualities of the Tonale. But for a quick recap, it looks just as good here in the wilds of the Yorkshire Dales National Park as it did by Lake Como. Yes, hard life, I know. The triple headlight configuration is an evocation of the Alfa SEs, a car we're particularly fond of at GRR, and is now being rolled out across the rest of the fleet. The nose is a more sharpened play on the style seen on the Stelvio, a car which remains pleasing to the eye but looks a little dumpy next to its smaller sibling. The full light bar at the rear, played out like it's been drawn by hand, is one of the best around, and if you have it in the right spec, 2 simple exhausts finish it off nicely. Performance and handling. The plug-in hybrid Alfa Romeo Tonale gets the smallest engine in the range, the 1.3-liter 4-cylinder turbo that isn't sold as a standalone in the UK. Here that provides 180 pounds, 132 kilowatts, directly to the front wheels. In addition, there is a 122 pounds, 90 kilowatts, electric motor on the rear axle, which adds in 250 m, 184 pound-feet. When combined, the PHEV Tonale offers 280 pounds, 206 kilowatts, and 270 m, 200 pound-feet, and a 0-62 miles per hour time of 6.2 seconds. As we found with the mild hybrid version, the Tonale's chassis appears to be excellent. The nose is good and grips very nicely when you're willing to let it work. The damping at speed is nice, and while the roll is perhaps slightly more than I would like, tuned for day-to-day cruising rather than rapid Yorkshire road flights, the road holding feels comfortable and safe. Interior. I like the inside of the Tonale as I did the innards of the Stelvio and Giulia. The integration of the infotainment system is nice, not too massive, and sitting slightly proud of the design elements in the dash. Interior quality is, for the most part, good and far less susceptible to wobbling than its older sisters. The dash is all digital and can be set up as trad dials or a fully fledged nav system, and rear room, while not incredible, is decent. What isn't decent is the strange lack of footwell space for the driver. I found my right foot regularly coming into contact with the side of the footwell while using the throttle, and the left struggling for space, even in a 2-pedal car. Technology and features. The 10.25-inch touchscreen is very easy to use. It might not be the fastest or most slick to the finger as some, but the menu layout is far less labyrinthine than many have elected to make it. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay can be found as standard, and both USB and USB-C points will set this up. There's also wireless charging, but using the onboard system isn't going to be a hassle in comparison. The dash is 12.3 inches and configured from both the menus and a button on the screen. It was from time to time a little difficult on the go to switch one of the 2 options, with a single button selecting on which screen you want the data to change. As standard, the Tonale comes with keyless entry and go, parking sensors, auto headlights and windscreen wipers, traffic sign recognition, lane keep, powered boot lid, and driver alertness sensors. For charging, the Tonale uses a 7.4 kilowatts AC charger with a sensible storage space for cables in the boot floor. With the right cable, you'll be able to charge at the max rate and fill the batteries in under 2.5 hours. There are things to like about the Alfa Romeo Tonale. The excellent chassis with some clearly Alfa Romeo characteristics and the looks, clearly the best in its category. Then there's the electric range, which helps put it in the lowest BIC rate and delivers some real-world distance.